Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here. And let's get a little extra light over here as well. Our Cowboys lamp. Make sure we get the lampshade straight here. Just getting back, getting things together, but actually working with the live stream studio software and trying multiple cameras and things. And actually was going to do a little test live stream tonight, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow. Still got a lot to do, and I'm still kind of worn out from the trip and things. But some interesting news. I know some of you guys think we are in the market for a quarterback, that Dak Prescott isn't the guy, and yada, 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 and that's fine and good and so forth. You can believe what you want to believe, but I think he's the real deal for us. Interesting news. The Eagles were looking at picking up Nick Foles' option, which basically is about 19 million plus for this year, and using that to basically try and get a deal to trade him elsewhere, which is kind of a smart move because then at least you're going to get something in return for him instead of just saying we're going to cut him and let him walk. Well, Nick Foles said, not quite so fast here. Let's hold up. I'm going to go ahead and void the contract and pay you $2 million so that way I can be a free agent. He wants to get out of Dodge, and he wants to pick where he goes. See, make no mistake about it. The Eagles weren't planning on keeping him. They couldn't afford to keep him. They're already $9 million over the cap. So getting rid of him is going to save them some cap money. Keeping him is going to cost them even more. So that was the plan, was we'll we'll extend the contract, we'll trade him, we'll save the money, we'll get something in return. Everybody's happy, except for Nick Foles, who won't be able to pick where he wants to go. So by buying that out, the only recourse for the Eagles is to franchise tag him, in which case it's now a $25 million number for 1 year. And if you can't find somebody to trade with, because here's the thing, you could trade him with a contract, get a second, first round pick, whatever somebody's willing to pay. But the numbers go up when you've been tagged. So now you're talking about not one, but maybe two first-round picks for the quarterback because he is a franchise tag. So now you're talking about taking risks, because if you don't make that deal, if it doesn't work out, oh, Nelly, you got a big chunk of change. Now, in other quarterback news, apparently the Washington Redskins may be the landing spot for Teddy Bridgewater, the place where quarterbacks' careers go to die. I don't know what it is about the Washington Redskins, but quarterbacks that go there just don't have too much success. And you can look back, and not just the recent history. I mean, you can just look back, and it's just like the Redskins are just the team that literally destroys careers. I mean, from Mark Brunell, you could look back from that situation there where you went there. You can look at Alex Smith, who literally had his leg ripped open and infected. You can look at R.G. Nee, who went there. They gave up 3 number ones in a second, and see what happened to his career. You could look at Kirk Cousins. Maybe he got out in time, but it's just not the good place. Donovan McNabb. So if you're Teddy Bridgewater, you ought to think twice about going to the Washington Redskins, but make no mistake about it. The Redskins are desperate for a quarterback, and maybe that's what Nick Foles is thinking right now, that, oh my God, the Redskins always trade too much for a guy. They might trade with the Eagles again, and I might have to go to that cesspool and be a quarterback. You know what? Writing the $2 million checks to the Eagles doesn't sound too bad for me to make sure I stay away from that train wreck. So we'll have to wait and see what the Redskins do, see if Teddy Bridgewater decides to take the cash and end his career, or if he goes elsewhere. But make no mistake, the Redskins got to do something. And as much as you guys want to talk about my quarterback, my teammate, the guy that I have always believed in, the guy who's now been in the playoffs 2 out of 3 years, like a guy who's now been part of 3 winning seasons, a guy who has done something no other Dallas Cowboy quarterback has done, and that is start every game the first 3 years of his career. His numbers at this point are better than what Troy Aikman was. They certainly were better than Tony Romo, because Tony Romo didn't even sniff the field before 3 years. So at least we don't have those kind of problems. I'm Mark Holmes, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. We got a lot of stuff planning. We got a lot of stuff in the works. Been meeting with some people, making some contacts there at the Super Bowl, and we've been making some plans that you guys are definitely going to benefit from. So I will see you guys soon.